Hi DIYers, this is Michael from Alarm Grid, and today I'm going to be showing you how to delete a door or window sensor from your 2 gig edge security system. It's nothing really fancy here, it's just the same process that you would follow to delete any zone on your 2 gig edge. So there are 100 zones available on this. Now when you're deleting a zone, you're not exactly deleting it. The zone still exists on the security system. You're merely resetting it. So that way you're clearing out any of the programmed sensor information, so that way the zone can be used with a new sensor, or the same sensor if you decide to reprogram it. So to show you right now, we have a door and window contact sensor here, and it's currently enrolled. You see, I've just opened the door window, and you see it shows that the system's in a not ready to arm state. This sensor is open. The door window is open right now. If I close it, then you see that it goes back into the ready to arm state. There's also an option if I don't want to delete the sensor entirely. Maybe it's just this one time I want to leave the door window open. I can actually bypass that sensor so that way it's ignored by the system for that arming session, but then it can be used again later in a later arming session without having to reprogram the sensor entirely, which can be convenient. Just to show you how to do that, you can click the settings icon down here in the bottom right corner. We can enter in our installer code, default 1561. Or you can use your master code, default 1111, but usually changed. And there's a bypass sensors menu, and we can bypass the sensor. So that way, once I do this, that sensor, that one that I just used, it's ignored by the system. So if I go back, I've just bypassed the sensor, then you'll see right now that nothing happens. We don't get the fault. It's ignored by the system right now because the sensor is bypassed. So if I want to go and unbypass the sensor, we'll cancel the bypass, click the button there, and then we have to provide our code. We'll do our master code this time. Ours is at the default. You should usually change it though, 1111. And there, our sensor is no longer bypassed. But let's say that we do want to delete the sensor fully. We don't want it programmed on the system anymore. We don't want to just do a temporary bypass. We want to fully clear out the sensor, which is what we're here for today, how to delete the door window sensor. Like I said, it's the same as any other sensor on the system, the same process that you would follow. So let's get into it. If we want to clear out the sensor, reset the zone, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start from the main screen of the system. We're going to click the settings icon in the bottom right corner. We're going to enter in our installer code, which ours is at the default of 1561. And then we're going to scroll down here, and we're going to choose Installer Toolbox. And then we can choose Panel Programming. And then we have Wireless Zones. And we have a couple zones programmed right now. We have our door and window sensor here. We also have, it looks like a smoke detector here. So let's say we want to delete the door and window sensor. It's the same process no matter what type of sensor it is, but in our case, we have a door and window sensor. So we have it selected. We've selected the zone 001. It's the first zone on the system, first wireless zone on the system. And so what we're going to do, we're just going to click this reset zone button in the bottom left corner here. And it's going to ask us for confirmation because once we do this, we can't undo it. So there's no going back. We will have to reprogram the sensor entirely from scratch. So let's choose reset. And you see that all the information, the sensor type, the TX ID, it's all been cleared out. It's all been reset as if this sensor doesn't exist anymore. And there is no real save button on here. We can just go back out to the main screen by repeatedly pressing the return arrow in the upper right corner. And you see our sensor now, nothing happens. It's not enrolled with the system anymore. If we want to use it with the system, we would have to reprogram it from scratch, which that's a different topic in itself. But we have reset the zone so that way it can now be used with a different sensor. So the zone is open. It's not so much that we deleted the zone, we have reset the zone so that we can use it with a different sensor. So this is more of a permanent solution rather than just doing a temporary bypass. The sensor is now foreign to the system. It's not involved with the system anymore. So that is how you would go about deleting a door and window sensor from your 2 gig edge security system. You just, like I said, go into the settings icon, you go into zones, and you can choose the reset zone button like I showed you. And it's pretty much the same for any sensor on the 2 gig edge security system. So if you have any questions about deleting zones on your 2 gig edge, you have any questions about the 2 gig edge system in general, or you have any questions about alarm monitoring services, send an email to support@alarmgrid.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up below to like the video, and remember to subscribe to our channel for updates on future videos. We hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.